politics. Every man should give an account.
Woo. Good afternoon, good evening, good evening, good evening to all you, my Ride and Die subscribers. I hope you all doing well this afternoon. I just wanted to come in real quickly and say to you all, I don't think Trump is a racist. I believe he's a realist. He's a realist. And people don't like to hear the truth. People didn't choose Barabbas because they liked him. They chose Barabbas because they weren't ready to deal with the truth. If you know the crucifixion of Jesus Christ, they didn't choose Barabbas because they loved him. They chose Barabbas because they wanted to live in a lie instead of the truth. And that's how I feel about Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a realist, okay? He's real about how he loved the American people and he loved America. And it's all about being real, being real. And some people just ain't ready to deal with the reality. And that's why they don't want him to be the president. People are tired of being lied to, deceived, and cheated. People want somebody that's real. That's what I want, and I like Trump. I really, really like Trump for this season and for what he stands for. Okay, he deals with law and order because people are so out of order, and America is going to the dumps. We letting people in here that don't really like us. We have to recognize who our friends are. And that's exactly what Trump is trying to say to the American people. We got to know who our friends are. I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and she was calling Trump a racist. And I said, I don't think he's a racist. Because if Trump was a racist, that message that Michaela Montgomery delivered last week, Saturday, it was so real. It was so real that I can feel her message and how it was so able to reach so many of us that feel the same way Michaela feel. And if he was a racist, he would have never put this young single black mother to share her experience of how she felt in being true and being real about why we shouldn't vote for Kamala. Kamala didn't choose being black when she was elected to be vice president by Biden. She only chose black when it was time to get the black vote. But when other times, she didn't even think about us. All of a sudden, now she's black. And anybody that's falling for this crap is not being real with who they are. Or maybe they are being real. I don't get it. And they're not black people that aren't really in favor for black people. Because we gotta do better, y'all. We have to do better. And what I like about Trump is that he deals with law and order. Law and order. And some people just don't want to deal with law and order, just like they chose Barabbas. Barabbas was a thief and a murderer. Was that being good for the people? A murderer and a thief because he didn't like what was the law? He wanted to break the law. I want Trump. Thank you very much. I want Trump. or Harris for you, then go with Harris because I like law and order. I respect the law to a certain extent. And ever what I don't like, hey, because I like Trump. I like Trump and I like what he stands for. It ain't got nothing to do with my skin color. It ain't got nothing to do with what color skin he's in, who God created him to be. It ain't got nothing to do with that. It's about what's in his heart. It's about what's in his heart. I like Trump. I'm more for Trump because even though I'm a black woman and I know what my people been through, and some of them had to do what they had to do so we can live. And I was thinking about Martin Luther King, and I was thinking about his speech. I had a dream, and Martin Luther King sacrificed his life to black Americans, and not only to black Americans, but civil rights for every human being. Even though he had to be there on the front line to die for his own people, he still thought about other people who were suffering as well. He didn't just only just think about black people, but women and all people. He thought about humanity. And I still feel the same way about Trump. Regardless to the color of his skin, I understand. I understand. Okay. And Martin Luther King had to do what he had to do to lead black people to be a Democrat. If that's what they were offering at the time, that's what he had to do. And that was what God chose him to do. Just like right now, God is choosing Trump for this assignment to be the leader for America. Regardless of what anybody else thinks, I follow Christ. I follow Christ because people just want to do what they want to do. But there is law and order. Well, you asked me this question, I'm going to tell you what he led people to. Whether you want to accept it or not, he led me to Christ. That's what's important. Not to look at the color of someone's skin, but to look at their character and what they believe in, and to look at the politics and look at his policy. That's what I believe in. And it connects with Christ. For me, that's what it does for me. And it does for a whole lot of other people. Because there's a whole lot of people that look like me that love him too. And what he's doing for them. Well, to me, Kamala isn't black. I'm black. Both my parents were black Americans. Thank you very much. Neither one of Kamala parents were. So we are not the same. We are not the same. My hair is kinky. Her hair is silk pressed. My skin is dark. Hers is not. So we're not the same. And I'm not Jamaican. I'm an American black woman. I'm American. It ain't got nothing to do with my skin color. It's the fact that I'm American. Whether I'm first class or second class, whatever, I'm still American. And I stand with Trump. 100. I don't think Trump just want my vote. I don't think Trump just want my vote. It is not even about Trump wanting my vote. It's what Christ wants me to do. Either you're going to love one or hate the other, and I choose Trump. Point blank, period. That's right. Christians love him because we Christians, we see the truth. We see the truth. That's right. Black men for Trump 2024. Because there's some black men who don't have a problem with Trump, how Trump feels. They don't have a problem with it because they know who they are in Christ Jesus. They know who they are. They don't need you to define them. They know what they ancestors been through. They know their history. And it is what it is. It happened. But guess what? But through with it happening, a lot of them died for me to have this opportunity today. Just like Dr. Martin Luther King. He put his life out there to die for us to have the opportunity to vote, to be go to schools, be integrated, to drink from the same fountain as you do, if you white or anything else. Not only just for white people, but for all people. And if people want to really make it in America, they're going to do what's right by the law to make it in America. Just like you faking it to make it. I don't want to fake it to make it. I want to be real about it. I want to be real. Okay? And I think Trump is a realist. Because Trump loved this country. He loves America. And if Trump loves America, I'm with him all the way. I'm with the one who really cares about the American people and the American citizens, whether we black, white, Chinese, whatever. And it's all about law and order. Okay. So, can I ask? Wait, let me read this message. Can I ask something else? How did Trump lead you to Christ? Did you have Christ before Jesus? What was it that Trump did that led you to Christ? Mm. Let me explain something to you. Frankaball 3R. What has Trump did to lead me to Christ? He led me to the truth. That's what led me to Christ, the truth. Trump didn't come in with lies, deceit, whatever. He came out being a realist. Like I said in the title of this video, Trump is not a racist. He's a realist. I don't know about J.D. Vance and the Dolphins, but so far I like J.D. Vance because if Trump trolls him, there must be a reason that he feel that J.D. Vance will be the right man to follow him. Please hit the like button. I see 76 people in here. Please hit that like button. I would love for you to hit the like button, whether you agree with me or not, but you're here. So please hit the like button. And we could go on. And we can go on. Trump is a realist. And some people just ain't ready to deal with the truth. I can deal with the truth. I don't want a liar like Obama did to me, like what Obama did to me. If he was all about this LGBTQ, whatever, then you know what? He wouldn't have never got my vote. He wouldn't have never got my vote. But see, he didn't come out with that in the beginning. He only came out with it when we was already in it. You know what I'm saying? After we don't voted for him for the second term is when he started talking about giving rights to the LGBTQ to be married. Now that was what had me feel a certain way about him. And when Trayvon Martin was stalked and gunned down, what did he do? Oh, we don't deal with that. That's something that's a domestic issue. Mm. Mm. Oh, I remember very clearly when that had happened. When that young boy, 17 years old, was stalked and killed by George Zimmerman. What did what did Obama say? That's not an issue for us to deal with. That's for domestics. That's a domestic situation. That's exactly what he said. And he didn't say it was wrong and it should be brought to justice because there was no reason for this young boy life to be taken the way it was. So this is how I feel. Don't lie to get into, because eventually the truth is going to be exposed. Don't get my vote and then all of a sudden you're going to hit me with something like that. And if Trump do something like that, that's the way I'm going to feel about him too. But right now, I feel his heart. Because I said at a 70 something or whatever age he is, almost hitting 80, that he's still fighting to be president of the United States of America, who lived through so many different, through a lot of history in America. I like Trump. I always liked Trump. And I'm tired of living a lie. I just took my chances of voting somewhere else because I was being pressured and bullied into voting for, at that time, Hillary, because I had liked Clinton at the time, because I met him personally. And then I realized what they was all about. Because, see, I never did my research. That's right, Trump 2024. 2025, you mean? Not 2024, because 2024 is still Biden. No, I'm not fighting for Trump. I'm fighting for Christ. Because most of his policies lined up with Christ. And I'm still living the dream of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. That's right. He shed his blood for America, to get his people ahead, and also to help others along the way. Same way Jesus Christ had to die for the love of his own people, for their traditions and their ignorance and religion and all that other stuff. Christ put his life on the line. And I'm fighting for those who really not only just talk it, but try to live it. I don't, and that's how I feel. That's right. This is truly a fight, good and evil. What crime did he commit? What crime did he commit? Exposing the Democrat Party? That's his crime. That's his crime. Exposing the truth. That's that to me. That's all only crime he committed is exposing the truth. So you can hate all you want to. He found out what those people was about because before he became a Republican, he was a Democrat. So he know who he's talking about. You don't know something unless you've been a part of it before yourself. And that's exactly what happened. But you gonna call him a traitor now? I think Trump heart was always for the American people. But he saw what the Democrats were doing and he got the freak away from them. And he came to tell the people the truth. And that's why they try to kill him. That's why they try to put him on a RICO. That's why they try to say all these lies about him. That's a bunch of bull crap. That's a bunch of bull crap. You ain't gonna let me believe that because I know for a fact and I know in my heart, God already told me in my heart that those people cheated him out of those votes for him not to serve a second term because he was doing too good for the American people. He was all about the American people. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. And I think he's a fair man. Because even though I'm black, there's a whole lot of black people I don't like. I don't like. And I'm keeping it real. There's a whole lot